All right. All right. They finally done with these sirens. I had to wait because like every first of the month, like the first day, well, I think the first weekend, they do like the little sirens in Detroit. So I had to stop and mute. But all right, so let's get into this. So I'm going to no, first of all, how was y'all week, bro? Because this week was kind of you know what I'm saying? It was NFP week, so it was kind of it wasn't really too spectacular for me. I only can speak for myself. It was all right. Monday was straight. Tuesday was a losing day. Thursday was straight, and I didn't trade Wednesday and Friday. So yeah, it was some mid. It wasn't last week was way better than this week, but it was all right. Um, so I'm gonna go through the homework, and then I'm gonna go through some setups that I saw on the homework because this week homework, like I feel like I'm gonna do this more often, like have like a certain day so we can all have the same type of chart, so I can see like okay, what is all the correct homework and then what's the wrong homework. So I feel like that'll just work better. But I did get two questions during the week, like earlier this week. Somebody asked, "Can you talk about taxes?" Because I just literally just paid like a big ass lump sum of taxes this week, and that shit was irritating. But my accountant, he handled my taxes, but he did say that I need to get a tracker far as the cryptos that I'm invested in because you got to pay on crypto too. Like it's not like with Coinbase or crypto.com, you got to pay taxes with that. So if you don't have like a crypto or a coin tracker, like you're not reporting that into IRS efficiently. So you may be paying more later on. So get a crypto. I don't know what it's called. He said it's like a counter, basically like whatever gain you get on your cryptocurrency, like it's tracking that. So you can just send that to your CPA and then they'll handle that from there. But other than that, like all I do is just send my withdrawals from Coinbase and then send it to him and then he handled it. So that's really all that I did this week as far as paying taxes. And somebody wanted me to talk about sessions and volume. I mean, we kind of trade during the time where there's volume picking up. That's why I don't really like trading before New York Stock Exchange open because the volume is iffy. Some days it'd be a lot, some days it don't. But we know like after the open happens, then volume picks up. So yeah, I'm gonna answer questions at the end once I go through the homework, and then yeah, this is recorded. So I'm gonna answer the questions at the end once I go through the homework, and then I show the setup that was that I saw that was correct, and then some that was wrong on the homework, and then we're just gonna go from there. Let's go to the homework, man, because got some new people in here. Let me go through the homework. Okay, I'm only gonna check homework that's wrong. Like people that got it right, you know what you're doing. You've been here for a while, so okay. Okay. So this person right here, this homework, I already didn't understand why you had these lines right here. Like you didn't really need to put no lines right there. Like you had the demand set. You don't need to put those lines. And I don't know, like, was you trying to show the gap right here or what? I'm not sure because these lines is literally not necessary at all. You just take those lines off. So I really didn't understand why you had that right there. But this is right though. Like this is demand. Most of everybody had the same type of chart. So this is right. Yeah, the black lines are gaps. Oh, okay. All right, that makes sense then. So let me just check, see if you got anything else wrong. Okay, so for this one right here, you're supposed to have that. Let me get the annotation right here. Okay, so right here, you're supposed to have the box drawn out from that candle and then all the way up here. You feel me? Like over that little white wick right there. It's supposed to be in a box just like that. Like, you feel me? So you had the zone right though, but you make sure you get that swing high though. Just make sure you get that swing high. But yeah, this is right though. That's right. So, let me see. Yeah, same thing with this person. Like, you make sure you get that swing low because you don't want it to be invalid, but you got the zone so small that it was still valid. You feel what I'm saying? Most everybody got the homework right. I'm not gonna lie. It was a few people that just had like, no, it was one person. Sure, that's right. It was one person that for sure, like I'm like, I don't know. Where is he at? I think his name like Zay or something like that. Yeah. This right here. I don't honestly, bro. Make sure this is working right. Honestly, bro, I don't know what this was, bro. I'm gonna just be honest. Can y'all hear me? I just want to make sure everybody can hear me before I just continue talking. Can everybody hear me? All right, cool. All right, cool. All right, now right here for this homework, bro. I already don't know what this is. I see you got like this little order block indicator. I don't really know what that is, but you don't really need the indicator if you understand gaps. Like if you understand the gaps, you shouldn't need another indicator to. But you might be new to this, so like you feel me? You might not really understand it, but I don't really know what this is right here. Like I'm just gonna be honest, like I don't know. Um, yeah, bro. Like, yeah, I don't know, bro. But definitely message me though after this webinar because it just wasn't making sense. Like right here, you're supposed to have your zone. Yeah, I'll mark this up right here. You're supposed to have your zone right here. And then you could have had it right there, but that would have made it invalid. So you had this marked up, but it never tapped back into that zone. And then it just didn't make, I ain't gonna lie, it just didn't make sense, bro. It just didn't make sense, bro. So yeah, you definitely gotta just message me, bro, or just continue to do the homework and just look at the examples or the trades that I'll be taking and just try to see why I took it so it can make more sense because I don't know. I don't know, bro. Who is this? Oh, okay. So this was another thing. This is another thing that a lot of people was getting wrong. Okay, so because I'm going to explain this once I show my chart. But this right here, I wouldn't even consider this low probability because let me pull this annotation out one more time. Because this candle right here, you could have entered for a sale once it broke that candle right there. That little doji right there, you could have entered a sale. Why? Because once this candle closed, it was a little small gap from right here to right there. And it tapped back into it with that doji and you could have sold. Now, I don't really understand why most people just didn't just use this as like a regular resistance type of setup. That would have made more sense to me. But other than that, like most people had this day correct. I think this was the 24th. But yeah, like this is regular like support setups, or you can use this as a demand. It was so many ways to view this day, but definitely I wouldn't consider that low probability at all. Like I wouldn't even take a sell right here. Like, and we're breaking structure to the upside. I would be more confident taking that demand rather than taking a low probability supply right there. Like I would rather take that or take a support setup, something like that. But let's just get to my chart so I can explain this setup specifically because a lot of people was getting drawing this out exactly. I'm just like, bro, why is people doing this? So let's get to these charts, man. Okay, so the homework was NAS 100 London session between 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and between 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's 2 a.m. to 5. And I just wanted to see what y'all saw. It wasn't no rules to it. I just want to see exactly what do you see on your own? Like, feel me? So if I'm looking at this, for one, we not above yesterday's high or below yesterday's low. So it can go either way. It can try to go up to get that yesterday's high, or it can just drop. Either way it goes. So if I put my little EMAs on and I'm looking at this, I see quite a few setups. The clean setup right here, it was obviously just supply right here. Like it was just clean as day. Like that's just clean as day. The gap is literally right here. The gap is right there. And then it got tapped into with this candle and then it started dropping. That's the cleaner setup. Now, you could have took this demand right here, but it would have only gave you a 1-to-1 and then it would have tapped into that supply, then dropped. There's also another one right here, another demand right here that you could have took. That little gap right there got filled and then you could have took that sell right there. Is that an EMA just for you? Somebody made me an indicator like a year and a half ago. It's on TradingView. I believe all you gotta do is just type in Doyle MA and then it should pop up. It should pop up. But yeah. Oh, and this is another one. This is also another one right here that a lot of people didn't catch. That candle right there, that's green right there. That candle, that's a green one. And it taps into it, you could have sell right there. So it was so many ways that you could have entered on this day. This is the 23rd. Let's go to the 24th. Now, the 24th, this would have been a losing day if you would have waited for the break of the candle. This is NAS 100 right here. So this is a lot of pips from this candle right here. This is, how many pips is this? This is about 15 pips with just this one green candle. So the only thing I saw, honestly, far as today was this, and it probably would have been a loss. This would have been lost on London session. There is also a support setup right here that you could have used, but I mean, it's kind of messy. I ain't gonna lie. So I probably wouldn't have took that. Probably would have took the sell right here. So it would have just been a loss. But a lot of people didn't have this marked up. I think it was like 2 people that had this marked up for just a loss, but they had it marked up, which is correct. But I think it was like one person that had the support set up. But other than that, like this day was trash, like overall trash. Let's go to the third day. And keep y'all questions. The discussion is about setups in London session. Now I'm just going through the homework. And then I'm gonna answer questions. You said, when does your supply and demand give you a 1 and 2 or 1 and 3? When it's with mixed confluence with a higher time frame, sometimes some days it may give you a 1 and 2 or 1 and 3 just off of a 5-minute setup. Some days that happen, but if you want to like make sure you get a higher RR, definitely wait for the 1 hour setup or the 4 hour setup for sure. This day right here, this is probably the only thing that just made sense to me, honestly, was this supply right here. Drop this out. So it was just that supply right there. Let me make this more cleaner. And you would have sold literally right there. Like this is clean as day. So, and then you would have got your little 1-on-1 or whatever. And then, but this is actually London session. So you ain't got to worry about the New York Stock Exchange doing some bullshit. And then this day right here, which is self-explanatory. This is the cleanest demand right here. Tap into it. Buy. I don't even got to go through this day because like this, like everybody had this one right. Like this is probably the cleanest day. Everybody had this one right. So that's really nothing to talk about. And then this day, this is probably the only clean setup that I saw too, was this right here. And that was it. Mostly everybody had the same type of chart. So that was good. But all right, I'm taking questions now though. Cause like I just went through the homework. Like anybody got any questions? Because like it's the same thing over and over, same thing. So what's not making sense to somebody? Are we just trading the same thing? And also this past Wednesday, it was some good ass setups this past Wednesday. And I traded that on my little smaller account. And I was going crazy on Euro USD. Do you only load up with higher time frame confluences on setups supply and demand / liquidity graph? No, I don't always just load up just because I got the 1 hour and 4 hour alignment. If I see it depends on where the demand and supply is occurring at. Like I said on a couple webinars ago, if I have a demand above yesterday's high, I feel more confident. Like this day right here, like you see this demand is literally right above yesterday's high. I like setups like this because we already pushing up on the daily. So I would load up on something like this. Even though it don't really have no higher time frame influence, we still trading above yesterday's high. Let me see. Could you leave the losers on your trade ideas for the people that can't trade New York? We can study the loss. I mean, I can. I mean, I could just honestly, like, if somebody want to see the loss, like, I can just send you the chart. You feel me? But I don't want to clutter the trade ideas because if the losses and the wins is going to be on there, it's going to be like, okay, what is the point of this? When we know it's a loss and we still followed our rules. You feel me? So I can send you the losses if you want it. It's not even a problem. If you had a 5-minute demand within a 15-minute demand and the 5-minute demand got violated, let me slow down. If you had a 5-minute demand within a 15-minute demand and the 5-minute demand got violated, would you decrease your confidence in the 15-minute demand holding? If the 15-minute demand get violated inside of if the 5-minute demand get violated inside of the 15-minute demand, honestly, I would just take the 15-minute break. But I would definitely be very careful on the lot size because it shouldn't even be violating the 5-minute demand in general. Can can the pullback to the zone after the strong buy sell in only one candle as in Thursday setup on GU? Okay, hold on, let's go to it. Let's go to it. Was it Friday? Okay, so you're talking about. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm about to unmute you. T.O. Rude, I gotta unmute you because I'm not really understanding. Because the only supply I see is literally right here. So I'm about to unmute you, bro. Okay. I don't really understand what you're saying.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
I was talking about a demand setup on Thursday on GU. You gave it your trading idea.
Okay,
and the pullback after the strong buy, it was only in one candle. Can that happen?
You talking about can a demand be two candles?
No. The pullback after the demand was created, the pullback to the zone when we were waiting our signal, it was only in one candle.
Okay, let me see, because like this is Thursday. And you said, what was the setup? What was it, something that I traded?
Yeah.
Okay, let me go to.
Yeah, it was right there, I think.
This right here?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to it because people did have questions about like, bro, why did you? I didn't see anything. Okay, so yeah, let's go on what day? The 31st. This got to be the day. This don't look familiar to me. I'm not gonna lie. Let me see. Okay, so this is Friday. I don't know why this is just looking completely different.
Yeah, I think he's right there and at the beginning.
Right here. Oh, no. This is London. Yeah, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
This is London. Yeah, I'm like, I don't see it. Okay. Okay, right here. So yeah, a lot of people was like, bro, I don't understand why you're taking this setup. So let me zoom out a little bit. Let me do the replay mode. Because again, like you gotta, even when the candles are closing, gaps are occurring. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So you gotta see what's going on in that time. So let me replay it. So literally this right here. Now, this trade right here, I saw, let me go to the 1 hour. Because a lot of people was like, bro, I don't even know why you even took this shit. And I'm like, bro, I know why I took this. So right here on this demand right here, this is this is a 1 hour demand happening. And I'm like, okay, we got a 1 hour demand happening. Let me see what the 15-minute looking like. The 15-minute had a demand inside of it, but it was already wicking lower than the demand. I mean, lower than the 5-minute demand. So I just left the 1 hour demand exactly how it was. I didn't try to critique it or nothing like that. So I went to the 5-minute and I kind of had a bias. I'm like, okay, we own a 1 hour demand. And we also got another demand happening right here, but I'm still thinking about the 1 hour demand. So I'm like, okay, I see a demand right here. So I had a box drawn right here. Now the crazy thing about this day, I was trying to send the setup, so I won't get that. I was trying to get the first entry, but like I had a hard time. So right here, most people took this trade right here, but I was trying to send it to the group, and I ended up getting in late, which was the second trigger. So I didn't get in right up here. I got in on the second trigger once it broke.
Yeah, I made the same. For me, the same.
But let me do replay mode because people still was like, bro, I still didn't see anything. I mean, so right here on this demand, the gap is where the candle closed and the top of that red candle. That's where the gap is at on this setup. So from right here to right there, that's the gap. So like I said, like when candles are closing and when they're like moving, it's still gaps happening, even though they're filling in gaps. They're filling in gaps and creating gaps at the same time. So it filled it in right there. I didn't take that first trigger. It started pulling back some more. Then I took that trigger right there, and then it was just one candle TP, boom. That was it. But that was the setup for our Thursday's trade. I hope that made sense. Okay. I feel like I was talking a long time. Let me scroll up. I got a question out of curiosity. Do you think at any point supply and demand involved someone turn into demand and vice versa, even though the rule is tipping the edge of the box? Yeah. I talk about this. So supply can turn into resistance. So if you got a demand box, but if you got a supply box, but it's tapping the top of supply, but it's still wicking, but not closing above the previous high, it turns into resistance. You would still take the sell, but just know that this is a resistance setup. This is not just a higher probability supply. And the same thing as far as demand. If you touch the bottom of the box, you delete the box, but is the setup just completely done? No, this can turn into a liquidity grab setup. This can turn into a regular support setup. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that made sense. So you got to be prepared for both. Even though like the zone is being invalid, still look at the setup. Don't just be like, okay, let me look at another pair. Like, no, just still look at it because this can turn into something else. You just got to be flexible with the market. Sometimes demands they aren't going to hold. On your come up, how many hours you put in a day? When I was working my job, I put in a lot of hours on the weekend, but I can't really do a lot of hours during the week because I'm at work. So when I was trading and I'd be done for trading for the day, I'll do like 3 hours before I go to work. And then when I get off, I'll do like 3 hours or 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? So I was staying up, like I got off work around like 11 midnight, and then I'll stay up to like 2 a.m. and then study. So I did about like 5 hours a day, but on the weekends, I went in heavy. Like I was doing like 12, 13, 14 hours for sure. For sure. Let's scroll down. Do you watch your runners play out or do you lead the charts? I watch my runners play out. I don't really, I don't honestly, I'm not comfortable with just leaving the charts and I got money in the market just running. I'm just not comfortable with that. If I'm leaving a runner, most likely I'm going to lead a runner until 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I'm not leaving it for longer than that because I got stuff to do, and I'm just not comfortable with just leaving the charts and then waking up in the morning, or I mean, not waking up in the morning, but basically like just going out and enjoying my day, and I'm leaving money in the market. Hell no, not me. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Is there another demand in your current chart GU? Let me see. Yeah, I ain't going cap. Like I'm a real scalper. Like I'm in and out, and you feel me? I don't be trying to do all that. My current chart on GU. I wouldn't really consider that demand for real, but nah, I wouldn't consider that demand. I found a gem in your strategy, bro. If you go to the EU trade you lost on Monday, the candle that tapped into the 1 hour demand. If you look at the 1 hour far, candles look bearish. So the sign is not to take the demand. Check it out. All right, I'll check it out, bro. What about leaving runners on London? The runners on London. First of all, London is just clean. Like it's just set up for days. We got 2 back-to-back demand set up. I mean, supply setups right here. Like for people that don't trade New York, like when we be waking up trading together in the morning, and you trade London, bro, you got an advantage, man. I really wish I was living on the West Coast because I would trade London. I would. But runners are straight though. Like, I mean, you're not gonna get a runner every single day, but they way more cleaner and less noise and less news. So like just continue to trade London. Do you feel as though the strategy we follow is just a rinse and repeat and get more capital? Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm now pushing, like I'm pushing getting funded. You don't have to go the long route how I went. You don't have to do that anymore. Like just get the skill. You know what I'm saying? It's people trading in a group. Not traded. It's people in a group that's funded. Go hit them up. You feel me? Like ask them, okay, how did you do it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because doing that long route like how I did, it don't even make sense anymore. Like, don't go through that no more. Like, time is money. Like, we don't got time to be trying to go for a whole year saving up and shit. Nah, forget all that. Go get funded. And then put that money in your bank account and in your real account, and then just go from there. You don't gotta stay funded though, but you know what I'm saying? Just so you can speed up the process of getting out your job. Like honestly, I'm pushing that now. Like, you don't got to do what I did. I feel like I had an aha moment. It's just time of holding back. I'm definitely ready to take a challenge. Yeah, man. I want to lock in and get the time for real. For real. Yeah, Europeans can trade 2 sessions. Facts. Now, setup's been hitting, man. This week was kind of like, I mean, it was hitting like Wednesday. I'm so irritated. Like Wednesday was hitting. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like this past Wednesday, it was really clean setups. Yep, get funded and compound your live account. Yes, that's the goal, man. That's the goal. Because what people don't say is like when you in a prop firm, like you still have restrictions. Like these prop firms, there's some of them are taking your trades and some of them are not taking your trades. If they can't take your trades, they're gonna disqualify you. They're gonna say, and especially this is another thing that I've been hearing with prop firms. If the prop firm is seeing that you are using like an EA or something that look like you're duplicating it, they would just close your account. No explanation. They'll just close it. So like you can't give these prop firms too much power. Just imagine if you got funded 200K and then they just took it because they thought like you were mimicking somebody else's trades or something like that. That's dangerous. You feel me? Especially if you get out your job. So you definitely want to take the withdrawals and put in your live account in your bank account and just compound that. I'm trying to tell you. Okay, now I see how you're finding your gaps, how you're finding the supply. Okay, cool. All right, anybody got any questions though? Yeah, those are the only 2 questions that I have as far as the taxes and the sessions. And that was it. Like I said, every single week is the same thing, bro. Like we're doing the same thing. No, it's the same thing. Literally the same thing. I guess nobody don't got no questions today. Would you take a high probability demand with a higher time frame confluence if the gap is big right below it? That's a good question. I would. I'm not gonna lie. I would. If I see that it's a 4-hour demand, but we got hella gaps below, but we're breaking structure on the 5-minute and 15-minute, and there's still demands happening on that time frame, the 5-minute time frame, I'm gonna still take it. For the simple fact, I'm just not scared to lose. I'm not scared to lose. There's another supply setup on your graph a little below. 3 back to back. Yeah, facts. This one right here. This one right here, I don't know about that one. For Thursday setup, you enter right when it got out of the zone. Can we enter the demand if the candles are trending downwards? You talking about for GU on Thursday? Is that what you're talking about on GU on Thursday? Let me go to it. Let me get out of the zone. Can we enter off the demand once the candles is downward, not breaking highs? What do you mean by enter off of demand if it's not breaking highs? Because after this demand happened, it immediately reversed, and then this turned into a liquidity grab. I don't even know if anybody caught this, but literally wick below went up. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a regular, you feel me? Just a regular like liquidity grab once it started dropping. Can you go over my chart homework? I believe I had 4th chart wrong. Okay, let's go back to the homework. Where is what's your name? Mitch. Okay, let me go. I think that was you. Was that you? No. Oh, you must be a little bit down. Okay, yeah, I think this is you. Okay, so I said this was wrong right here because I don't know why you took this. I mean, you got a zone right there, but like what you're showing to me is just a zone, and then you're selling. But what's making it a zone? You know what I'm saying? So like if you turn the homework, like this is all I'm basing everything off of. Like I don't know why you took this sell. Like yeah, like it played out, but why was the box there in the first place? That's why I'm like, bro, I don't know what's going on. Like you feel me? So like if you send in the homework, make sure you showing like why you made that a zone. Like, can I see the left-hand side of the chart? So I was just like, I mean, anybody could take a sell right here because it's breaking a candle, but why are you taking a sell? Feel me? Let me go ahead. Are there traders you plan to collab with or look up to or anything like that? Miami got a lot of traders. I do plan on collabing with traders, but honestly, man, I hate to say this, but I just look up to myself. I swear to God, like I just want to be the best version of myself. I don't look up to other people, honestly. And that shit might sound cocky as hell, but it's just true. Like I just want to be great myself. Let's go. Homework. My box was wrong. Should I have made it go a little lower to cover the wick of the green chart? Natalie, okay, let me go to say your fifth chart. Let's see. Where is you at? Oh, Tania. Oh, I know that was you. I'm basing it off of your name on Zoom. My fault. Okay, you said the fifth chart. Okay. Yeah. So right here, like this demand is correct. This is correct. However, make sure you get the swing low because if you would have did this in real time, like you probably would have thought that this is invalid because it touched the bottom of the box. Make sure you get the swing low too, so that like this little candle right here. Let me right here. Make sure you get that swing low. That little wick matters because it, like in real time, you need to like have a strict set of rules. That's why I created the rule. Like, okay, if it touched the bottom of the box, invalid. Then I'll just stop looking at it, or I'm waiting to see if it create like a support setup or whatever. But yeah, like you had a demand right. Like this is right, but just I'm picky when it comes to the homework because the market gonna be picky when they start taking your money. Feel me? So you just gotta just be like really strict on yourself when you turn in these charts, for sure. Why are EU, GU, NAS, and SPX your fave instruments? It's just I don't know. I like GU and EU because it just moves good in New York. It'd be a lot of bullshit as far as news and stuff. But other than that, like it's straight to me. A lot of people don't like EU because it's slow, but I like EU. Like it be follow demand, it be hitting. NAS and SPX, they just, I mean, that's New York Stock Exchange open. That's just self-explanatory. It just throw good setups when they're good setups. So I just like how it moved during New York. I think it was higher marked up. Got you feeling better. Okay, yep. Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. I don't care what anybody said. Looking up to yourself is gold. No facts, man. Everybody kings in here. We ain't no. Should we follow Trading View or broker prices? Trading View. MT4 be looking completely different. It don't even have to be Henko trade. Anybody MT4 is gonna look completely different from your Trading View. It's always gonna look different. So I base everything off of Trading View. The candle breaks, Trading View. My take profit, Trading View, because it's not going to be the same at all. It's never going to be the same. Is your Trading View lacking or delayed? No, mine's good. Mine's good. Why don't you trade Sundays? Oh hell no, bro. Don't trade Sundays, man. Don't trade Sundays. No, I don't have my fair share with trading Sundays at the beginning. No, bro. It's there is no sense of direction. You can't when it comes to a new week, don't think it's gonna continue from last week. Like last week, trend may change for next week. Like, so say if you see a 1 hour demand approaching on Sunday night or something like that. It don't mean it's gonna continue and go for a buy. It can just break that demand because it's a whole new week. So I wouldn't even I'll wait for Monday. Is London open at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time? Yeah, like when I did trade London for like a month, and that's when I was waking up 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to like 5. How many pairs you recommend trading in your watch list? If you can handle 4, do 4. You really just need like a good 3, and then you're good. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You like 3 to 4. 5 is a lot, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Because like we on a 5-minute chart, you're gonna constantly sell. So I'll just say like 4 or 3. Since you're pushing others to get funded and take a shorter route, will you get funded with us one time and trade an account? Yeah, I'm gonna get funded. I wish. Listen, I'm gonna get funded, but I'm really doing a lot. Like I wish I can share it to everybody what I'll be doing outside of trading, but like I'm really trying to make other moves outside of trading. Like trading is not the end all be all. Far as you know what I'm saying, trying to build wealth and stuff like that. Like it's more than just trading. Would a higher time frame, high probability override a low probability? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. If it's a high probability setup, just stick to the high probability setup. If you see a low probability setup that have no gaps, then that's just a low probability setup. Don't mix both. We're not doing that. That's why it's like on the course, it's different setups. Like it's 5 different setups that we're looking for. Don't do both. Yeah, I felt that. Thinking like, what's next after trading? Yeah, like y'all gotta think about that. Like, we're gonna be trading. Like, I'm gonna be trading for the rest of my life. But what's next after trading? Like, you don't want to get into nothing else. You just want to just be trading. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once you get the skill, you got the capital, you making withdrawals, you're cool. Let's do something with that money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Hango trade straight to me. Hango trade to me. Some people say they don't really don't like Hango trade. I like Hango trade. Withdrawals be hitting. You know what I'm saying? Like they straight to me. Starting my own production company. That's what's up. That is what's up. It's music for me. Hell yeah! Like you can create a studio at the crib. Anything. There's more to. Yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. Like once you get forage down, you can literally build your own whatever. Like whatever. It doesn't matter. But trading is definitely bread and butter. Like you don't gotta like deal with people or nothing like that. You just trade and then you go about your day. But it's more than just trading. It's more for sure. But yeah, that's all the question that we have though. Cause I mean I ain't trying to get off, but I'm just saying I know it's people on here that's trying to really understand this system and that, you know, that may still be a little confused. But yeah, but anybody that's new though, like, bro, we're gonna like every week, it's gonna be the same thing. We're just trying to get better over time, just trying to get better. How your gaming app been going? I mean, I didn't make the app. I just invest to somebody that made the app. So like he get his percentage, I get my percentage monthly, and then that's it. So I mean, it's doing good. Like people be buying their little clothes and stuff. It's so funny because there's so many ways to make money, but people just don't understand. Like you have to be around the right people. That's why I'm going to Miami to network with the right people because they the ones that have like once you be around people that have capital and you have capital, y'all can do something to create something that's big. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta be around the right people. Ain't no like here it's not a really lot of people that's really trying to do something big. I'm trying to do something big besides trading. After trading, I'm gonna pay my mom and family home off. Facts, man. Facts. Yeah, definitely. More capital, the better. Advice on killing greed, bro. This is the easy thing because people still be asking me, bro, why you don't trade that much? You trade like once a day, twice a day. How don't you like? Why are you not like trading as much as I am? Have a strict trading plan because like I ain't gonna lie, I used to have greed, but me losing money, I'm like, no, hell no, I'm tired of this. Have a strict trading plan because once you start breaking your trading plan, you start losing, you start feeling discouraged and you start getting mad at yourself. Stop, bro. Have a strict trading plan, 1 or 2 setups a day, whatever days. You don't have to do my trading plan. I don't trade Wednesdays. People in the group still trade Wednesdays. If you want to trade Wednesdays, cool. If you want to trade Fridays, whatever. Figure out a trading plan that works for you and stick to it, man. That's all you got to do. Have it written down. I used to have like on my older videos on YouTube, I had like a whiteboard like right there by my trading station. And I just look at it every single day. I'm like, man, okay, just be disciplined. Like we got to be robots in this shit. Like we have to try to. There's a psychological cost to losing money. You got to recover from that. Shit takes time. Yeah, facts. It's a mental game, man. It's hard. When you losing money, it's discouraging. Like going on a winning streak, you feel good, but if you're on a losing streak, you're like, damn, like this shit, I don't know, man. Like you just gotta be mentally strong. I'm trying to grow my following too. I got 4K subs. I mean, gotta be consistent, bro. I'm about to upload on YouTube today. I'm on a losing streak right now in the middle of my challenge. Any tips on getting my head straight? On a losing streak. I mean, what else can you do? Are you following your rules? Are you like training efficiently? Because if you're not, then you got to lock in. Like, because taking a challenge is definitely it's a different psychological like battles that you're dealing with. Because you just like, damn, I want this to work. You feel what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Like you just really feeling overwhelmed because you're taking a challenge. Because you know, like once you get to 100K, 200K, you're gonna be straight. When I get fun, just say 200K. What amount I get? You trade with 200K, and it depends on the prop firm. They may do a 70-30 split, a 80-20 split. It just depends. I would say when you get funded, only risk 0.5%. You'll have more room for losses. Yep, exactly, for sure. The thing is, with challenges, you have 30 days, so don't try to pass it in one day. Exactly, man. And then with FTMO, I heard that if you don't reach that first target, they extend that they extend that 30 days. So it's just like, just be patient and just take your setups, bro. Like leave your runners, take your setups. You don't have to rush and try to, like you be seeing people on YouTube, oh, I passed FTMO in 5 days and stuff. Bro, you don't got to do that. You do not have to do that. Go at your own pace. Because it's only you trading. You know what I'm saying? We're not here to impress people or try to like, you know what I'm saying? Trying to compare yourself to other traders. No, go at your own pace. By any chance on my Forex funds, the daily drawdown resets from 24 hours, right? Yeah, yes, I believe so. So like if you trade New York session and you are down, I believe, because I think it's like 5%. So say if you lost 3% that day, you gotta wait for 24 hours and then start trading. So you won't hit that daily drawdown. As long as you're in profit 1%, 1 or 2% day is fine. I've seen many people fail challenges rushing. Yes, exactly. For real. How many pips in the minute you go for? Hold on, how many pips is in the minute? Okay, how many pips I go for? I don't really, minimum. I don't really have a pip amount. I ain't gonna lie. Because if my 1-to-1 on GU is 10 pips, then I'm cool with that. But my 1-to-1 on NAS 100 may be 25 pips. You feel what I'm saying? That's why my wins be way more bigger when I trade indices, because my first target be a lot. And then when I win on EU, it be smaller. So like it really depends on how you risk your account. That's why I say if you risk your account in a fixed lot size, or you risking in percentages or a fixed money amount with magic keys, you don't really care about pips. You know what I'm saying? And then again, when you got a lot of capital, you really don't care about pips. So it just depends on how you want to risk your account. But definitely you should get magic keys, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Get magic keys, bro. For sure. Yeah. Have anybody paid taxes this year? Anybody paid taxes on their gains? As far as yeah, I think they shipped to UK. Anybody paid taxes with like they withdrawals and stuff? Or are y'all not paying taxes? Because they gonna come after y'all last. Magic keys is the shit, man. I'm trying to tell you. About to, yeah. Trying to tell you, man. I wish we didn't have to pay taxes. I need to move to like Puerto Rico or something. So I don't gotta pay taxes. Any tips on back testing efficiently? Back testing efficiently, okay. For one, you gotta back test different scenarios. So this is what I would do as far as back testing. Back test 5-minute setups alone, then back test when you see a 1-hour setup occurring, like just scale down, you know what I'm saying? If you see a 4-hour setup happen, okay, let's go. Let's go on. Again, I always like back testing on pairs that I do not touch, because you know what I'm saying, I don't want my shit to be fluke or nothing like that. So I'm gonna go on, okay, this pair, because I know I don't trade this shit. So yes, it works on NAS too. So right here, like this is how I would back test. As far as like this weekend, like put the time in, man. Like people telling you, like people don't be knowing what people be doing outside of off the camera, putting in work. Like You got to put the timing on the charts. So something like this is actually crazy. I'm not gonna lie, this 4-hour supply and then the gap dropped down. That's crazy. But let me see one. Let me go on Sundays. Okay, CAD JB1. Okay, GBP CAD. I know I used to trade GBP CAD when I was trading with Fibs, but I don't do that no more. Shit look ugly, man. Okay, what about USD CAD? Man, what the hell, bro? Maybe it's a 1-hour setup. Okay, right here. So like, this is how I would backtest different scenarios. Backtest the 5-minute alone, backtest when you get multiple time frames confirmation, because those are going to happen. You got to be prepared for both. You're not going to see higher time frame confluences, and you may see higher time frame confluences. So when you see them, you got to know what to do. So right here, this is a 1-hour demand. Now we're gonna go to the 15-minute, and we're gonna see what we see. So let's go to the 15-minute, and what do we see? We cannot make. Hold on, what the hell? Go back to the 1 hour because I don't even look right. Oh, okay, right here. So we definitely had that right. So let's go back to the 15-minute chart. And when it comes into the zone, how can we make the zone smaller? Okay, so right here, we would probably make our zone smaller. That's tough because right here at 8 a.m., so I probably would have missed this. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. Because I don't trade during this time. So like, okay, and this is another thing. When you back test, make sure you're back testing when you trade. Don't do different sessions. When I'm back testing, I care about when I wake up. I don't care about London. I don't care about Asia. No. So if I'm looking at this and I'm like, how can I enter this trade right before New York hit? So I'm looking at this. Now remember, this is a 1-hour setup. So let's scale this down to this. Now, why did I just make this zone smaller? I made it smaller because it's a gap right here. Now, did it tap into that gap? No, but we're still inside of the 1-hour demand. So I still have a buy bias. Okay, I still have a buy bias regardless, even though it never tapped into this 5-minute demand right here. We're still inside of the 1-hour demand for a fact. So if I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, how can I get some type of buy setup to go in that direction, even though it never tapped into that 5-minute demand that's down here? So what do I see right here? Let's take that off. First of all, I see two demands happening right here. This is a demand right here. That's a demand, but that's not the time that I wake up. So this is also a demand that's occurring right there. Taps into it. And then boom, that's my trigger right there. That's my trigger right there for that demand. And then the rest is history. But I only saw this because it was a 1-hour demand happening. So that's how you can form somewhat of a bias by looking at the higher time frame. So when you backtest the session that you trade, backtest when you see 5-minute subs alone and when you see higher time frame confluence. Like those, like you got to make sure you backtest differently with both of those, because you're not going to see those every single week, especially the higher time frame ones. It just don't happen every single week. It don't. Yeah, but definitely, you said backtesting builds multiple memory when seeing clean setups. Yes, exactly. Because like the skill of trading is we're trying to predict the future off of what we got previously. So you got to be familiar with what you see over time. You go, okay, I've seen that before. Okay, I see this before. And it's just going to become second nature for sure. Even though I'm a beginner, Magic Keys helped me out with emotions calculating. Did I made it right? I'm with the right amount. No, I don't care about that anymore. Facts. How far back do you look far as each time frame? When it comes to the 5-minute, I need the most recent data. When it comes to the 1 hour, I don't really have, like, most likely the 1 hour is going to be like the previous day or maybe the previous 2 days, maybe something like that. But the 4 hour, again, when you're looking at the 4 hour supply and demand, like it can go back far. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, let me see this. Let me look at this one here. So we got a 4 hour supply right here. we got a 4 hour supply, and we're gonna go to 1 hour. So we see if we can make the zone smaller. Now, if we made the zone smaller, I'm pretty sure it never tapped into it. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Okay, and that's low probability. So I probably would go back to the 1 hour. Yeah, I'll probably just leave it like this because I'm trying to get some exact precision right here. So let's go to the 5 minute. Now we got a 1 hour supply sitting up there, but it never tapped into it. So what do? Nothing. I don't do anything. It's nothing to talk about. But when you look at the 1 hour, we look at the 4 hour, it tapped into the 4 hour supply, but never tapped into the 1 hour or the 15 minute. That's going to happen too. So you have to be prepared for both. Just because it was a 4 hour demand and you try to make it smaller, does it mean it's going to go up there? No, no, bro. No. I don't trade off the 4 hour. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't trade off the 4 hours. So this just wouldn't have been a trading day with a higher time frame confluence. Now, let me go back to the 5 minute and see if we've seen a trade. Okay, it's a trade right here. Now, this right here, it has no confluence with the higher time frame because it never tapped into that 1 hour zone that we had marked up. That we made it smaller. Like it never tapped into it. Go back into it because this is how I make the zone smaller. Is by making it zoning. Not zoning, but going to the lower time frame. So it never tapped into that 1 hour supply. Let's go back to the 5 minute. And if I'm looking at New York, that candle right there left the gap, tap back into it. I would have sold, stop loss literally right here. Stop loss literally would have been above that candle right there. And I would have took that sell. No confluence with a higher time frame. You got to be okay with taking those type of setups. No confluence. We don't have nothing. This zone is completely big, but it did leave a gap. This zone is huge, by the way. But that gap is right there on that green candle. Right here, the gap is from right here to the close of that candle. And then the next candle filled it in, then start dropping. No confluence with the higher time frame. You got to be okay with that. When I backtest the entire month and calculate each weekly win and loss. Yep, you can do that too. But yeah, that's how I backtest. I definitely, I'm only backtesting my session, and I'm backtesting when I see 5 minute setups by itself, and I'm backtesting when I see higher time frame confluence. That's it. That's all I do. I don't do a lot of backtesting right now. I ain't gonna lie, because it just rinse and repeat. Like after a while, he's gonna be like, all right, like I don't. What else? Because I'm making money, so just keep doing what you're doing. I may backtest tomorrow, but like today, I'm not backtesting. But yeah. Any more questions though? Got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So the pullback in the green candle on supply, the red will be demand. Yep, this will be demand. This will be demand. Now let me replay it because I don't know how these candles played out. Take this off. Okay, so it went up first and then it dropped. Then it never broke that candle. Then it broke that candle. So you probably would have lost. I ain't gonna lie. Let me look at the EMAs just to make sure. Okay, yeah, no, I wouldn't have took this because the EMAs are just telling you to like it wouldn't drop. And like when you get conflicts like this, like you got to be careful. Like you have to be careful when you get in conflict, something like this. So if I see a demand at the bottom, but I see a supply happening, I need to look at the higher time frame. What is the higher time frame saying? Okay, this is also a 4 hour supply. Why would I take a demand when we're bouncing off of a 4 hour supply? No, don't do that. That's why I said you have to look at other time frames to see like, okay, does this make sense? Why would I take a 5 minute demand when we bouncing off of a 4 hour supply? No, like, no, bro, no. So like, yes, that was a demand, but does it make sense with the higher time frame? That's why I always look at the higher time frame. Even if I send trades to the group and it's just a 5 minute setup, I'm still looking at all time frames to see, okay, what makes sense. If only trading a 5 minute supply, will you still go for liquidity or just a one-on-one? or a 1-to-1 for sure, first take profit, and then aim for the liquidity or aim for more gaps to be filled. No, I know. Don't just always go for a 1-to-1. You know, you don't have to always do that. What's the settings for your Doyle EMA? This is the 50 SMA. It say 14 EMA, but I changed to 13. And then this is 20 EMA. So yeah, that's it. Yep. But if nobody got no more questions, that's about it. I'm not gonna lie. Same thing every single week. I'm expecting next week to be a good week, man. Cause like the NFP week was kind of like, I mean, it's expected because I went on a losing streak, like, what was that, January NFP week? It was terrible, man. I was just losing. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? But yeah, next week should be better than this past week for sure. Do you use a replay mode when back testing? Yes. Yeah, bro. Like LV, man, bro. Where have you been, bro? Where have you been, bro? April should be a great month. Definitely, man. Definitely. It's just the same thing. Same thing, bro. Liquidity grab, support resistance setups, supply and demand setups. All we're doing, like, we're doing the same thing. Like, again, this may be kind of complicated for some people, but over time, bro, I'm trying to tell you, if you keep just looking at the trades that I'm taking, like, you don't even have to take the trades that I'm taking, but just look at what I'm taking. And then you see, like, okay, I need to take those type of setups. Like, don't just take the trades, look at what I'm taking. Like, that's why I leave the winners up so people can see, like, okay, that makes sense why he took that. Or, okay, I don't understand why he took that. That's why we show up to the webinar so I can explain. But yeah, that's all I got, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'll go back to the chat. That's all I got. The homework, I may do next week homework something like this where we're all taking the same. The homework gonna be like the same day so we can all see what was right and what was wrong. For the people that got the homework wrong, look at what people did that had the right homework and hit them up. Like, they're gonna help you too. You know what I'm saying? Nas break and retest fed me Thursday and Friday. I'm trying to tell you before I get off, some people only traded the supply and demand setups, but bro, you can still take the break and retest stuff too. Like, you can do that as well. It just depends on what you like. You know what I'm saying? What is this? This is Friday. Let's see, Thursday. Yeah, man. Thursday, man. Pre-market on Thursday on NAS was like beautiful, bro. But then it started getting ugly. But yeah, that's all I got, man. I'm gonna send the homework Tuesday. If you got any questions on this webinar, if you're still having a hard time, please just message me, bro. Like, I message everybody in the Discord. It's kind of hard on Instagram. I ain't gonna lie. Instagram is, bro, it's another story on Instagram. But here, I'm messaging everybody back. So yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. No more questions, and that's it. I'll see y'all in the chat. We back at it Monday, bro. Same pairs. I mean, I don't know what some of y'all be trading US 30 and gold. I'm sorry. I'm sticking to what I like and what makes me the most money. So yeah. All right, man. Y'all have a good weekend, bro. We back at it Monday, bro. Let's get to the bag Monday. Let's get to the money, man. We don't got no time to waste, man. These months, y'all notice these months are going by kind of fast, by the way. We're in April already. Like, we gotta lock in. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's April already. We gotta get to the bag. It's just that simple. All right, y'all.